Good morning, my friends, and welcome back to another video, or should I say, Sabah El Noor, Ahla wa Sala bi Oman, my friends. I'm here with the one and only. We've got Mabel.
Hello.
And guys, we are cruising out to a special place here in Oman called Nizwa. Probably pronouncing that wrong. Nizwa. And we're actually going to be going to a fort, and I was recommended this place by the guys who I rented this car we're driving from. If you saw the video, I believe that came out yesterday or the day before, they had said if there's anywhere you should go, you should check out Nizwa Fort, which is about a 1 hour and 40-minute drive from where I'm staying at the Kempinski Hotel, kind of near the airport. So we're taking a little road trip. As you can see, we've got about 1 hour and 27 minutes to get there, and it'll be a nice cruise out into the mountains. I believe, speaking of, we've got to go ahead and get over here, and we're going to be cruising this way on the same road for the next 78 miles, or roughly 120 kilometers, and we'll show you what we run into along the way. But if there's not too much, we'll see you over at Nizwa Fort. Guys, and check this out. These are the mountains we are driving through to get over to Nizwa. You can see the sign coming up right there. Yala Nizwa. But honestly, it reminds me of the drive from Oman down to Petra, or Petra down to Aqaba. Can't remember the exact part of the drive. But in that area, you have a very, very similar type of landscapes where you're cruising through the mountains. You have just that like orangish brown color surrounding you. Very hot outside. Yeah, it's so similar actually. Guys, I'm learning the hard way why we should have tinted windows on our car. Why most cars have tinted windows. It is so hot midday when the sun, I mean, we have the AC cranked in here, but still that direct sunlight on your arm, you can just feel it tan and you're frying you. Whew. Guys, so we are going to make a quick stop off because, to be honest, we've been driving probably for 45 minutes. We're halfway there, and I started to notice that, like, from afar, all of the towns looked so similar, like in terms of the architecture, the various shades of colors you'll see once we get a bit closer. And so I was like, I'm so curious what it looks like inside. So we're just gonna do a quick drive through like one of these towns and see, you know, you never know what you'll run into, so might as well get a close-up view. Yeah, it is a very beautiful place to be living though. I mean, you have these towering mountains right next to you. You don't see too much greenery. I mean, we are in the desert, so you see a couple trees, miscellaneous trees, but other than that, a lot of that like brownish orange gravel. But I'd say, like, generally all of these towns we're driving past, you know, they're nice homes, very nice homes.
Wow, this is very nice.
Yeah, you kind of have like a mix of like modern / Middle Eastern architecture, touch to it. Something I haven't seen too much of in the places I've been to around the Middle East. She's laughing because we just hit that speed bump. The way is, we usually call him a bell whenever we hit a speed bump, because half the time she doesn't see it when she's driving in Lebanon. She doesn't see it, and all of a sudden we go, whoa! And now I just did it, so. She's been waiting for that moment. Oh, that's an Omani mansion right there?
Wow. All of them are mansions.
Yeah, well, pretty nice houses.
Oh, again.
So we got the school bus. I mean, they're cool little neighborhoods. But it's interesting. It's like, I guess, would you consider this more of like a rural village? Probably. Because there's not too much around it. Look at this, guys. So cool. You can see this one's similar design. You got the stained glass on the windows, and they're just such cool looking houses. They look like mini castles. I mean, look at this one, guys. It's got like an orangish, like maroon trim on that tan color building. So cool. Yeah, I figured this might be interesting for you guys to see what like a rural part of Oman is like, because probably most people that come to Oman, they just go to the main tourist attractions. But like, honestly, sometimes it's just interesting to see what like daily life looks like. And so, you know, like, we can drop a salam alaikum out here. Salam alaikum. And they're like, we don't see too many Americans cruising around speaking Arabic in the neighborhood. That's cool though. It's like it does remind me so much of southern Jordan. so much. I guess because the palm trees and the colors of everything and the temperatures, but I really like it. It's a comfortable place. I'd say it's relatively clean from trash. You see a little bit, but you can see there's a lot of like dumpsters and things all around. So it seems like they've got a pretty good waste management system, even in the rural areas. We've got a smaller sized mosque right here, it looks like. And it's just so interesting to see how other people live, you know? To see what's normal, what's a cruise in their neighborhood like, you know? Someone's been growing up driving down this road every single day, just like every single one of you watching this video. You have your own little neighborhood that's unique to you. So it's these parts are like very fascinating for me when it comes to travel, because I just like to imagine, like, oh, what would it be like to grow up in a town like this? What would you say, like similar to any parts of Lebanon or no?
Not really. Not very similar to Lebanon. You're right about Jordan. Sort of similar to Jordan, but also it has its unique architecture or unique like touch to it. Like you can tell it's Amman. It's not like it's Jordan, you know. Yeah,
exactly.
But it's very interesting because I think about the same thing too. That sometimes I think, oh, you know, there are some kids that are growing here and just they live their daily life and play here, and you know, so it's very interesting to see like a different lifestyle.
Yeah, it's so true.
Yeah.
And guys, while Mabel was giving the update, we're actually reversing now down the road, because I wouldn't say we're lost, we're like purposely lost, cruising down the back alleyways. People are probably like, alright, what's going on, what are they doing here? Oh, lost the phone, you know that sound. Alright guys, we're gonna get a good look on, I think this is probably a high school. We've got a big soccer field, gym field, it looks like, or football field.
School buses over there.
That's part of the road. Oh yeah, school buses.
I think there's school, because there's a lot of cars parked.
Yeah, a lot of cars parked here. And this is what it looks like.
Study? No?
Yeah. So we made a quick stop over here. But it looks like, I can't read what it says. Can you read what it says? It's a school, right?
Yeah, it's a school. للتعليم الأساسي.
Oh, للتعليم, yeah.
Yeah. للتعليم الأساسي, my love. But I was reading, it's a quote over there, so I wasn't able to check, but it says school.
I can speak Shway Arabic, but I cannot read Arabic. Maybe one day if I'm fluent in speaking Arabic, then I'll try and learn some of the letters. I learned a couple numbers though, how to read the numbers.
Yeah.
Oh. Looks like we're being told to go this way, guys. We're going off-roading. Well, hopefully this gets us there. We don't have a 4x4, but yeah, we've got another 53 minutes to get us to Nizwa. So I guess this little dirt road brings us straight to the highway, I would assume.
Yeah. Looks like it.
Or we got a dust storm going behind us.
Yeah.
Yalla!
Yalla!
Back on the highway. And we reached the speed limit, which is a 1, a backward 7, and then a dot. Alright, and we are arriving to Nizwa. Ala wasala Nizwa. And I think this is it. Oh, don't want to go off in the ditch.
No.
Alright, and we are, yeah, I guess the, Well guys, now you know, in Nizwa there are malls, and it looks like there are a bunch of delicious restaurants. Al Masi Barbershop over there too. You can get a Nizwa fade here. And this is a grand entrance to Nizwa if I've ever seen one.
Wow.
Oh. Yeah guys, Nizwa looks like a pretty cool place. It's got a similar design for the road structure, like the fixtures on the light poles here. They look like they have crowns on top of them, almost like a king or a sheikh. So that's pretty cool to see. And we're about 11 minutes away, so we probably have to kind of go through this town center and then go right outside of it, and that's where we're gonna find the fort. Salam alaikum ya khaye.
Salam.
Why in Nizwa Fort?
Nizwa Souq?
Nizwa Fort?
القصر. القصر نيزوى القصر.
نزوة القصر هنا.
اه
انت بالنفس بنزوة بس انت هنا. ارجع هنا الاشارات تعال يسار.
تمام شكرا يا خي.
على طول الاشارات الثانية مرة على طول في السوق.
طيب شكرا.
عفوا.
Yeah, really nice Omani hospitality. I heard people are very friendly. So our man just hooked us up with some directions. Oh, we've got, is this some traffic here in Oman? Move out of the way. Never gets old. Salam alaikum. I think we are arriving. This looks like it would be the Nizwa Fort if you ask me. Looks pretty awesome. Hopefully it's already open. But it is massive over here. We have located Nizwa.
Wow.
Everything cut a left in here.
Park over there?
Oh.
Oh, yalla left.
Oh, a cafe. I don't know about you guys, but I think a cafe sounds pretty nice to me.
Wow.
Yalla? Alright, we're gonna be leaving the Bugatti right here and go find the entrance. So guys, it looks like right when you walk in, we got a cafe. What do you think? Get something to drink to start out or go straight in?
Let's do that.
Alright, let's see what they've got going on this way. Alright. Hello, my friend. Oh, we've got some delicious drinks here.
Drinks?
Yeah? Oh, perfect. We can come on in? Oh, thank you very much. Yalla coming in the secret passageway?
Yalla.
Oh, they've got ice cream.
We have ice cream.
Oh.
We have green juice.
And a canned Pepsi there too. Omani coffee. Oh, can we have 2 ice creams and 2 Omani coffees, please?
One Omani coffee for me without the ice cream.
Oh.
Tea?
So 1 ice cream.
1 ice cream.
Omani coffee, 2 cups.
2 cups, yeah? 2 cups and 1 ice cream, please.
Omani coffee, we have 2 kind of, one with dates, one normal.
Normal, please. With Mafi dates, please. How's that sound?
Oh, perfect.
Done?
They're all you, my friend. Yep, just 2 of us. Unless you want to join us, we've got a 3rd cup for you.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh yes, a little Omani coffee.
That is looking delicious.
All right, so we got the Omani coffee we're going to be trying out first. Pour that thing up. Oh yeah.
Wow.
That smells delicious. And the good thing is, they didn't hear her when she said she doesn't want an ice cream, because as soon as she saw mine, she was like, "Yalla, I want it."
Yalla, cheers. You start with the coffee or?
The ice cream's gonna melt. There's a spoon, but I'd rather just lick it. Cooling the body temperature down. We haven't even gone in the castle yet.
Oh yeah, it's very hot.
Very happy we got some. You scream for ice cream?
Ice cream for ice cream demo.
We're gonna make it the custom way here.
Wow.
Turn it into a latte, Omani coffee latte. Oh, get that in there. There we go.
You can do that too.
Oh, look at, we gave her some ideas too. Let's mix this in, try out the latte. Oh, that's a match made in heaven right there. Could be a new thing on the menu here. I think this is like my 4th Omani coffee this morning. We're gonna be wide awake after this.
Oh, for sure.
That 1 hour and 30-minute drive put us both to bed. So when we first got out, we were like, "Whew, might need to take a nap."
Said we need Omani coffee.
And it's done the trick. She's sipping that coffee. We'll call you Harry Jr. It's the Omani coffee will get you going.
Yep. Omani coffee does the trick.
Hasab mol maruf? Hasab?
Seb.
Hasab.
حساب؟
Yeah.
حساب.
My Lebanese accent's not very good, is it?
No, it's really good. No. It's probably, they use another word for it. We can ask him.
Yeah, what's the local?
I don't know, we have to ask him. Hisab is Lebanese, Hisab please. I don't know if they use a different word, that's why he was confused. But you're good.
I use the Jordanian Mumkin Asbak.
You should say Mumkin Asbak.
So brother, what's the word you use here for bill then?
Hisab.
Hasab. Oh, okay.
It was my mistake, not your mistake.
Oh, okay. You didn't expect the
okay.
American to be speaking much Arabic, did you?
Yeah, I won't cut that.
Yeah, taib. All right, 2.6.
Yeah.
Are there? I have a question. Are there? So that's a half note. Are there a fourth?
This is half. No, 500. This
Oh,
is
okay.
500.
Oh, okay. So they don't have 1/4.
No. What you do now? You give me these two.
Yeah.
500, 600. One of these.
Oh, okay.
That's the total.
Taib.
2.6.
Perfect. But I was wondering, in Oman, is there a bill that says 1/4? Yeah, 1/4.
We had it before, but not anymore.
Not anymore. Oh, okay. All right, so that makes sense. We grab one of these. We grab one of these.
Yeah, 2.6.
Oh, we grab this one. Yeah. Shukran ya khair.
Excellent.
Thank you very much.
Afwan.
This is your shop?
It is my shop.
Oh, it's very nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
So guys, here at Shawat Tikin, it is 2.6 Omani Rial, which is about $6.75. That's for, basically we had like 4 small coffees each and then 2 ice creams. So a really good price being that we're right next to the castle here. So it's time to head on in there. All right, we are about to arrive over to the Nizwa Fort right here. We got a nice big Omani flag right at the top, waving in the wind here. Guys, we're gonna be sweating by the time we're done with this tour. Coming here midday, it's probably like 2 p.m., late October, and it is boiling outside. So I can only imagine what it's like being here June, July time. So it looks like it's open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily. All right. Hello. All right, welcome to Nizwa. Hello. General 501.
Lebanon, United States.
So guys, the cost to get into the Nizwa Fort is about 5 Omani Rial per person, so like $12 I would say, $12.50. And that gets us the general admission, so let's explore this place. All right, so we're gonna give ourselves a little private tour, but Mabel and I did some research on our way down, and this monument here, the Nizwa Castle, is actually Oman's #1 most visited monument in all of the country. And I knew that because when I was searching it after I got the recommendation from the guy at the car rental spot, I saw that it had like 6.5 thousand 5-star reviews. So I was like, I can imagine this place must be very, very gorgeous. We've even got a nice little souk when we walk in, custom made clay stuff, and toilets here. All right, I think we were doing the wrong way of the tour height there.
I think so too.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna head right. Oh, hashtag Nizwa Fort. Should we get one?
Yeah.
See what we look like over there. Oh. All sorts of noises coming out of me today. All right, let's get a nice little hashtag Nizwa Fort. Well, hello there. All right, ala wasala to Nizwa Fort. We have entered in, and wow, it's crazy. Literally just walking inside the shade in here, the temperature drops so much.
Sure.
Just because of like the stone design, it just keeps in the cool and keeps the heat out. Oh, look at this, way down there we have a well. This is a well. So I was explaining Mabel a quote called make sure you don't hang out with people that are gonna poison the well. And what that means is all the villagers way back in the day would come to the well and pick up their water. So basically if one person goes and poisons the well, then the entire village, when they're going to get their water, has been poisoned. It's an old saying that dates back, probably in every culture there's something similar. But, we got the castle or to the fort? To the fort, to the castle.
To the castle, Mikey.
To the castle.
Let's get it.
Malike, yalla.
Let's get it. Wow.
And people are probably listening like, what the hell's going on out there?
To the castle, Mikey.
Forward march.
Wow. Look how cold it is inside.
Cold?
Yeah.
Oh, you can actually feel. I was like, wait, what do you mean? How can you see the cold?
No,
but I can feel it. Yeah.
Cold.
Yeah, wherever the AC is, that's what's pulling us in.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be heading over to the exhibits this way. All right. Oh wow. Oh yeah, and that's why they have AC units chilling in here. Perfect. I think those are a little newer.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. So they have a bunch of really cool exhibits here. They even have. Are those really old hangars right there? I think they are. Right?
Maybe. Yeah.
Oh wow. I keep getting confused thinking that maybe these rooms are just keeping in that much coolness, but it's the AC units. but to be fair,
ACs.
yeah, the 2 ACs. But to be fair, the walls are super thick, and that's why basically so much stone was used. Or here I guess it would be more of like a sandstone, but it's so cool how it's designed in here. You have your traditional rugs, kind of like a living room, hanging out room right here. And out here they have a lot of really nice exhibits, so if you're into, you know, this type of history, it's a great place that'll basically take you back hundreds of years into, you know, all of these different components that made up life here in Oman back in the day. Yeah, so as we're walking through, you can see so many artifacts that are all dating back. I mean, some really unique ones. This, you know, you have spikes on these, and I believe these would be like bracelets. So there's basically like detailed design jewelry here. I mean, you just look at one of these necklaces, there's so many pieces hanging down from it. And then on this side, these almost look like huge rings, but maybe those would go on your ankles.
That's so
designer right there.
Yeah.
All right, well, we have two options to go here. We could go this way, or we could go to the prison. But oh gosh,
Oh my god.
This does not look like a place you'd want to be locked up in.
If it's with you forever.
Well, with you, anything with you forever sounds great, but not at this thing's. Oh gosh. Guys, these like, at all seriousness though, like this is insane. These are really heavy chains, and you can like feel these pieces. I mean, it's some heavy iron. Wow. And I assume that these are set out here with no sign next to them that you're actually allowed to touch them, because if you couldn't touch these exhibits, there'd probably be a big sign. But really some interesting things. I want to say, like, maybe this is a pair of handcuffs. Well, and I can imagine like it'd be pretty dark in here, probably pretty hot most of the time. No windows.
Such a vibe.
Yeah, but it's really cool to see this. The way this was built is meant so people cannot penetrate this thing very easily. The design of this was basically filled with earth or soil, and that way if a cannon were to basically penetrate the side of these walls, there would be so much more that could absorb the impact. And it was essentially, as they say here, not susceptible to siege tactics because it had the four walls that could not be poisoned from the outside. Oh, just like we were talking about, the four walls that could not be poisoned from the outside. So, as we were talking about that as a quote, just imagine that. That's another way to poison the well. That's a military tactic, because if you poison people's well, and that's their drinking source, they're all going to obviously die that way. But if you're able to keep your wells all contained inside of this fortress, your wells cannot be poisoned by the army as another tactic. So, that is so ironic that we were just talking about the wells quote, and it's actually written here, but in a more realistic and not in a metaphoric way. Yeah, and then right over through here, this is the outfits they used to wear, and you can just see how many weapons they have. Looks like we've got knives there, 2 knives, and then multiple bullets around the side. We've got a gun. Looks like it could be maybe some sort of musket loader. I can't really tell from the side here. You've got your Omani headscarf, and
shoes.
you wear basically sandals back then. And we've got, it's like coming out this way. What do you think? Head over to the shawi rooms. Oh, honestly, in those like 20 minutes we were just down there, the temperature has actually cooled down a bit, or maybe it's just because we're in the shade. But I think we've got the ablution room here. Whoa, look at this. You can tell they've done such a nice job basically like restoring everything. It feels brand new, yet it still feels like the original architecture. And then we got the shawi rooms. Over here, Lebanon doesn't have any forts like this, right? Oh, careful there, right there. The shawi, which means the shepherd.
Oh.
So basically these rooms served as accommodation for the shawi, or the shepherd, who used to take the imam's goats and sheep out to graze at sunrise. The shawi also collected stray animals and kept them in the castle's stables. And actually, if the animals were basically acting out of line, the shepherd would get fined for it. So I thought that's kind of interesting. Imagine that, the animals are acting out of line and you're the one getting fined for it. So with those stray animals, obviously they were kept in the castle stables, and any unclaimed animals were actually sold in the souqs for profit, and those proceeds were actually given to people in need. So really nice the way they donated back then. And then guys, coming over here, looks like we've got another set of rooms. Okay, so here there's a sign. Touching of exhibits is strictly prohibited. So here they actually have a sign. You can't be touching things, but you can see the multiple types of guns and swords that are all laid out on the walls. And then we can actually see what a guest room looked like back in the day. So basically entering in here, looks nice. They've got their own, looks like private loo, toilet, bathroom, john, whatever you call it. And even a well down there. I'm guessing this, what does it say here? Ministry of Water Resources. And then this is kind of the window you had. So you could look out into the courtyard, which is pretty close. We haven't been down there, but I'm wondering if that's kind of like a social area. And then coming down this way, students accommodation. So here it looks like there's a bunch of old books from way back when, all surrounding this area with some exhibits. And we've got the kitchen right over here. Let's see what this place looks like. Oh wow, it's actually like basically filled with many less utensils, much less utensils than I expected to see. Just a couple lining the walls and then some baskets. Then it looks like they maybe cooked right here on the floor. Then you think back to our kitchens these days and we have so many utensils, you need such a massive kitchen to be able to hold all of them. Well, let's head on up here, see what we can see up top, back in the sun. And here we are up on the roof. Look at this place. This is gorgeous. You can see some windows. It's that direct sunlight that always gets me. Yeah, it looks like there's someone in that window right there. But they're not moving, so I'm guessing there's not someone in there. Yeah. Isn't it? Looks like someone's watching us. And we've got another Nizwa fort shot. And then over there, guys, this is the views from over the castle. Really beautiful. I figured this would be my one of my favorite parts about the castle is just like seeing how far out you can see. And if you look over here, wow, you can actually see the structure right there being, basically I think that's being built. I don't think that's an old structure. How it's basically using that like earth compound that makes it almost look like a cement to build the structures of it. And then eventually it's going to be basically sanded down and painted to match the rest of the architecture surrounding here. Oh, we are seeing a little bit of greenery over there. We've got the palm trees and actually some grass, but I'm sure that requires a lot of water to keep that green. But it's really cool. Like, it's a very unique city over here in Nizwa because you are seeing a lot more greenery on the tree lines up this way, leading into the super dark brown mountains. And it kind of seems like everything's connected. We're walking over this way. There's a bunch of like stairways and passageways that must lead us over to the fortress, I'm guessing. Right down this way, through the king's corridors. Oh, and here we are. They do an amazing job keeping it super clean though. No litter anywhere. We've got prayer rooms right here.
Also very connected.
Yeah, it is. It is very connected. I'm trying to figure out how we can get up in the
This one?
in the fortress. Probably there's an entrance way down here. Nope. Probably through here. All right, to the fort. Hi ho, off to the fort we go. All right, we've got some spiky doors.
Oh my god.
Look up, the falling shafts. Oh, more spikes. Yeah, let's put it this way. It would not be easy to break into this place. Wow. Oh, look down. To catch enemies off guard, the dark passages, some of the stairs had wooden planks that could be removed to expose deep, gaping pits which were certain to put an end to anyone unfortunate enough to fall into them. Imagine that, guys. You're just walking. You're thinking, all right, guys, we've entered the castle. We've broken into them. And then you're just done. You're just trapped. I don't even know. It doesn't say how far down you fall, but I'm guessing with the way they've designed this, you're probably falling a long way. And if you're not dead by the bottom, you're just hanging there in pitch black as you hear roar above you. Yeah, let's put it that way. I would rather just die when I'm falling through there than just sit there and be half alive. What a time to be alive it was back then. Forward march. You know, you gotta have a lot of cardio you did prior to that if you're gonna be storming this castle, because by the time you get up the amount of stairs there are, you'll be like this, coughing up a lung from too many shishas. And, oh, they've got another drop off there. So if you're not watching carefully, you're done. And here we are, inside the fortress. We have penetrated the walls.
Let's kill him.
Hello there. And interestingly enough, we've got the entire place to ourselves. But to be honest, I'm not surprised because it is a hot time to be visiting. I'm sure coming here at sunset would be pretty beautiful. Yeah. You can just see how many cannons are here. And then you would imagine when the enemy's approaching. Sire, take your places. Load the cannons. Fire at will. Huzzah! And then we must call on the guards up at the guard tower to see how far the enemy is. Get up to the guard tower. Oh, that guard must have had strong legs. The enemy is approaching. We see them arising right over the mountains. Bow and arrows, archers. And put your guns, fire at will. She's imagining a movie scene right here. Leonidas, take them out. Destroy them all, destroy the enemy. Raise the drawbridge. Poor peaceful Oman, they're just like, what's going on up there? The war ended like 500 years ago. All right, the movie scene is done. I'd say it was a successful first take. Yalla? You guys, it's literally like spooky walking down these because you just imagine like, what if it broke? Don't worry, it's not gonna. But imagine if today was the day it broke and you just dropped down to your death. Yalla, we made it out safely. Yalla hayte, nah rahin yalla halla.
Okay.
Shukran.
Thank you.
And we are heading out. Nizwa Heritage Inn. So there is a souk over here, guys. We gotta figure out where the souk is. So it looks like right when we walk out here, we've got a couple gift shops over here, but I don't think just this area would be considered the souk because it's kind of a smaller area. And I would assume prices, since it's right when you're coming outside of the castle, are gonna be a bit more expensive than the normal souk. But it's so cool to cruise through. As you can see though, it's like almost 4 p.m. and most of these shops are either not open yet or barely open. Guys, it looks like the tea shop we were at, Shawathin, even closed up. Probably just because there's a couple hours in the day where it's so hot. Not too many people are out exploring. So that makes me think we're not gonna have much luck with going to the souk. But we can cruise around the city and see if there's anything to show you guys here at this hour. All right, and we're back to Siertna. All right, and this guy decided, I don't know where he's from, but he decided to take part of my parking spot. Unbelievable. Oh, and it is hot. Oh. A1 AC. Let's get that cranked. So I think it is safe to say that there's a couple hours where the city shuts down during the summer months, because you can see, guys, all the businesses, some of these were open earlier, all of them are closed at this hour, and it is 3:21 p.m. It's just, yeah, like I think this is the time where it's so hot during the day that businesses, there's just no point to be open because people aren't outside shopping. So this answers it right here, guys. Shops usually open from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. and then from 4 to 10 or 11, which makes sense because probably from 1 to 4 you get a lunch in there, plus it's a really hot time of the day. And so since it's 3:23, the city's probably going to reopen up in about 30 minutes or so. And guys, and that time of opening for the businesses around here really proves true. I mean, you can just see, look at around here, there is pretty much no cars on the road. We've got 2 there and 2 there, which is a massive difference from when we arrived here a few hours back. And the roads were, I would say, not super busy, but like, you know, busy enough where you're gonna see people out there. So I guess that's the one thing we need to adjust to, is the time of day. Because since we've been in Oman, I mean, we've been staying up a bit late, and then we kind of wake up late, eat breakfast by like 10 or 11. And then by that, you know, like we did an hour-and-a-half drive. After that, you know, it's already like 12:30, 1 o'clock by the time we get to these places. And then it's midday, it's hot. We finish up checking out the activities, and then everyone's kind of hibernating until the evening hours. So yeah, it's a cool place to visit. If we had more time in Oman, I would honestly probably say that we would maybe stay in Nizwa overnight just to be able to explore. I'm sure there's like nature around here because it's literally like a valley. I guess you could call this area a wadi, right? It's a valley in between these mountains. So That's the one thing you'll find, at least from what I've heard so far, in Oman, is a lot of wadis, a lot of valleys all over. So yeah, that's where we're gonna end this video. Hope you enjoyed coming with us on the road trip down and checking this place out and coming to visit the fort. As with all like forts and museums, they're always better to visit in person, right? Like I do my best to show them to you guys on camera and give you the virtual tour, but like, you know, sometimes you just want to be there and see it, read the different signs, and you know, learn a little bit more about the ancient artifacts and history of the beautiful country of Oman. So for those of you who have stuck around this far, thank you so much, and we will see you in the next video.